So where does it go from here? The Committee of Public Safety doesn't work, so a new government is created. It's called the Directory. It's a 10-person government that rules for the next 10 years or so, but not really. The army, because of the draft and because of some revolutionary fervor, ends up being quite successful and not only defeats enemies, but ends up expanding France and taking this notion of liberty, equality, fraternity to other parts of Europe and creating what they call sister republics, places in the Netherlands and in Italy. A lot of this is due to the success of a young Corsican general by the name of Napoleon Bonaparte, probably a name that's at least somewhat familiar to you. Over time, Napoleon ends up consolidating his power so much that he eventually takes on the title of emperor, and from 1802 to 1815 basically wages war on the rest of Europe, trying to use France to control it, conquers almost all of Europe all the way to Russia. This plays out in the colonies, as we will see in the next little bit of this lecture. And the real irony is that a revolution that starts with its admirable goal of trying to create a life that is a little bit better for members of the exploited third estate, and eventually does get rid of a monarchy only when the king refuses to cooperate with them, ends up with somebody who probably has even more power himself than Louis XVI did in the form of Napoleon. We'll see him again as we talk about the Haitian Revolution on the next slide. I would suggest that if you need to take a little bit of a break because this French Revolution bit has been big, this would be a good breaking point.